Hey there, my name is Tom and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this DIY video we will be making this recording or on-air sign for your home studio. This thing is battery powered, so you don't have to worry about any cables at all, and it's really cheap to make, only 20 euros or something like that, and then you've got the full batch of it. So you can easily access the lights of this LED sign with a door on the side of the frame. The LEDs I'm using are push-on buttons, so you can push them easily on and off. So for this project we'll be using some chipboard for the cover. You can buy it for a few euros at your local Home Depot. We'll be using a picture frame with a glass cover for the front of the recording sign, which you can spray paint over. You can buy this for 2 euros or something like that. We'll be using some push-on LED lights, which you can also buy at the local cheap store for 5 euros or stuff like that. We'll be using some letters to use as a cover for the spray paint, so we can write a word like on air or recording on it. You can buy it for 3 euros, 2 euros. We'll be using spray paint, red and black, which we can use for the glass and for the cover, which will be in black and the cover of the glass in red. You can buy these together for 4 euros. And we'll be using a lock and a hinge for the door, which will be on the side of the project. And you can buy those for a few euros. As you could see, I sprayed over it with red paint and the letters on top of it. What did I actually do that I a little bit screwed up myself is I drew a line in the middle, so I knew where the letters had to be placed so that they were aligned perfectly in the center. So I drew the line with a permanent marker, so I couldn't remove it. So that was obviously not really nice. So how did I try to fix it? I actually spray painted a lot over it, and maybe you can see it over here, but now at this part is a really big blob of red paint and it just looks a little bit weird. I can always replace this with a neater one and do it like without the permanent marker. So that's a little bit of a shame, so keep that in mind with spray painting. Find another way to align your letters, and I'm probably gonna replace it, but for now, for this project, I will keep it like this. So I made a slight adjustment in the design. First off, I wanted to use a little hook to close the door, but now I've changed it to a little magnet. Why did I do that? Because in the original design I had something really stupid, because in my mind it was alright, but in the project it didn't work out, because I had the door going this way instead of from top to bottom. What did that mean? If I wanted to open the door like this, it would bump into the frame over here. So I had to change the design a little bit, and now I made it like this, that this piece goes perfectly in here, and then we can open it by turning it like this. And to close it, I'm going to use an easier mechanism, and that is placing a magnet over here. And I will, on the door, I will place a little metal strip, maybe you know these magnets, and then it will close automatically because this is a really strong magnet. And it's just working perfectly, and that's why I changed it. So this is the final project, and I'm quite pleased with how it turned out, because I encountered a lot of problems during the construction of this thing. But in the end it looks better than I thought in the beginning, and I'm really glad with how it turned out, because the frame works perfectly with the glass. And on the side we made some changes to the design of the door. We were not going to use a lock with a hook and stuff. We just used a simple magnet, which works perfectly for this, with a little hand piece over here. So this works perfectly. You can easily access the lights, which are glued to the back of the board over here. And the front just looks really nice, and it turned out great. The only thing, as I mentioned before, is the blob over here, and maybe you could paint a little bit less spray paint over it. That way you will see the lights a little bit better, because in clear daylight you will not be able to see the lights that good. That's one of the major downsides of my design. I don't know whether it's solvable. You should be able to solve it some way. Another improvement you can make on this thing is, instead of battery powered LEDs, you can use some sort of light source like a light bulb and connect it via a power outlet on the back to the power socket of your house. That way you will have no worries about batteries and stuff. The other downside is that it is some more work, and you obviously have a cable that's coming out of the back. So you either need to place it very conveniently, or you will have a cable hanging around, and that's one of the downsides of powering it via a cable. But the LEDs do work perfectly fine, as long as you don't have to replace them. You can easily access them like this. You can replace the batteries, because only the back panel of the light is glued to the frame. So you can easily access the batteries, so that's not a big problem, and you can replace them if necessary. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this DIY video, and I hope you can make an awesome recording or on-air sign at home. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!